Hello and welcome to 16 Ounce Cinema's Mario Minute. I'm TJ and I'm here with Michael.
This is Michael. I'm here with TJ.
This is our last one for 2020. We did our own pace on this one. No rush. We are doing The Whip and the Body from 1963.
I feel like I'm going to talk you into like one more somewhere in there when we're just kind of hanging out at home.
In December.
Yeah,
The
somewhere in
next
there.
one.
The next one, yeah. I just
I
feel
don't
like it's
remember
going to
what the
come,
next one is.
especially with
So
these are quick ones. So
Oh yeah, this one's going to be real short because, as is the 16-ounce tradition, it's becoming tradition. We both watched this over a month ago before we finally
yeah.
sat down to record.
Blood and black
Um,
lace, by the way, for next time.
we got to okay.
Yeah.
We got to probably do better at that, but these are supposed to just be a few short minutes. They're not a real in-depth reviews. This is just something we're doing for fun.
Yeah.
So, where do we want to start with The Whip and the Body, starring Christopher Lee?
I, so one, I guess I wish that like I wrote down how I feel on my notes, and I wish I got on Letterboxd and told the world how I felt, because I don't remember how I felt. Like I guess like looking back at it, I enjoyed it a lot, but like that's only because like I don't want I can't it's 30 days ago. I don't want to pretend I didn't like it. You know what I mean? So things that are in the past are always good. So I thought it was a good movie, like, just in general, but it's very simple and like almost like how much I like simple movies, simple plots that are just like
I
this
don't
one.
know if the plot is. It's kind of hazy. It's like a gothic soap opera, and it takes a little
Yeah.
effort to understand everybody's relationship to each other and why they're so like
Oh yeah, like
Christopher Lee's
when you get in depth into it, it's just like it's a bunch of like. So okay, so Christopher Lee is like
prodigal son
a
coming
prodigal
back.
son, but why does he leave? I forget why he
Oh,
leave. What did we just
that's
see?
okay. That's real hazy, but if you go on the Wikipedia, it's just right there. Basically, what happened was his crazy sadomasochistic tendencies with a servant girl
Oh
pushed her
yeah,
into killing
yeah.
herself.
And I
That's
don't
what
remember
he
that in the
went
movie at
abroad.
all, really. I just remember him not being there. Or the movie starts when he comes back, but they don't really explain why.
Right. But it also seemed like he was like super into this girl, but then like he couldn't marry her and she was super into him, but they like couldn't be together, so they had to like he just ran away after whatever.
Yeah.
But it was strange.
Where do French people go when they beat too much of the local populace? Do they just go somewhere like the Caribbean, or like what happens? Where do
Right,
they-
like does he have like a vacation castle in Jamaica?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just goes and like
I feel like that's
broods.
exactly what happened for like 200-300 years. Just
So
send
like
all the
this
wickeds.
this like count's son, kind of like just chilling, like sullen in Jamaica, kind of like James Bond in Skyfall. You know how he's just like at that bar, like
Oh,
doing
sure.
shots of tequila with a
But see,
scorpion on
it's
the back of
worse
his
because
hand.
this guy likes to sleep with people who are like way less powerful than him, and he likes to beat them. So I feel like the local population wouldn't take too kindly.
Oh, that's why he goes someplace like Jamaica in whatever like century this was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like he just go down there in like Haiti and pretend to be a witch doctor and just beat the shit out of all the women he wants to have sex with.
I dig it.
Except she's super into it in this movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. We find out I think like towards the end that like so he comes back and his younger brother is married to the hot chick that he was supposed to marry, but because he got sent off or whatever, he married the younger brother, or she married the younger brother.
Right,
But she's
yeah,
not satisfied with him because he doesn't hit her and stuff, right?
yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's like it's not spoken, but yes.
yeah, no. And I guess that like I only remember like a few scenes really. Like the biggest one is when when Christopher Lee like they meet up at the beach and he just starts flogging the shit out of her on the fucking
Yes.
stones.
So I remember, like, I first watched this like 2 years ago, and I remember thinking that like that title sounds like a really sleazy giallo,
Mm.
but then it's very gothic and kind of just slow and atmospheric. But that
Yeah.
scene was then because it comes like like 30 minutes in,
Mm-hmm.
and like it then surprised me backwards. You know what I mean? Like first I was like thinking this was going to be really salacious, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is just like a 60s gothic movie. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, in the middle of this 60s gothic movie, he's just whipping the hell out of her as she moans.
I do like the US's title of "What?" with an
Yes, that was in my
exclamation
notes too. What? What?
mark. So I feel like you're putting too much question on the what. It's just like what?
What?
Yeah,
What?
I don't even
What?
understand that. I don't understand the title. Night is the Phantom is pretty cool. I feel like that could be a cool movie.
There was another title, The Whip and the Flesh,
Oh, that's a little too on
which,
point, I think.
yeah, I think it needed to be a little bit like it needs to have nudity if you're going to put flesh in the title.
Yeah, very much
So
so.
I
Speaking
like
of
The Whip
speaking
and the
of
Body.
nudity, Hulu has like a 2.5 hour documentary on the history of nudity in film in cinema, starting all the way from like the silent films. I kind of want to watch it.
Oh, I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember the name. Is it newer, but or a
Yeah,
little
it came
older?
out this year. I think it's just called Nude or something
Oh,
like that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it looked pretty.
I've
Well,
I've
I say it looked pretty sweet because like I read what it's about, and then it's a pretty hot naked woman on the poster. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna
I
fucking like it.
watched
So
I watched like ancient porn before. It was called like Bathing Forbidden. It was German, so it was actually Baden Forbidden or whatever. Um,
it's pretty good.
and it's basically yeah, like these girls like go to bathe in I guess somewhere where they're not supposed to, and some creeper like watches them and
Oh,
then
yeah,
scares
that's
them
in a
off.
lot of movies.
It's like a 5 minute short. It's on YouTube. You just
Yeah.
see like just thick old, not old,
You know
but
what?
like
I think
because
that
it's
might be
100
what's
years
wrong
old.
with the kids these days. They can't just go to a lake, take a bath, and creep on some women, which was apparently just the way men did things back then.
Just yeah, yeah. It was like well, not hands on, but
Yeah, I was
it actually
watching
took some effort.
some like I don't know some movie set in like the 1600s, actually where like this French general gets sent to this like island like Antigua or somewhere, and he was like he
Because
was
he was whipping women
no.
to their
No,
delight.
he just had to like do the job there because he actually they sent him. It's like a backwoods place, so they sent him there because they didn't really want him anywhere else, so they sent him there even though he was just okay, like an okay person, but like he liked to go to like the where the women did the laundry because they did it naked, and so he just
Oh,
kind of spied on them doing it. And like they caught him like every once in a while, even though he's this like super important person. There's this one scene where like this one lady who's darker than the rest of them just got fed up with it, and she chases him up this little hill that that you go down to see them. And so it's this little
mm-hmm.
chase scene, and she's like big titted, I guess. Big tits is the best way I can say it, and just like running after him up a hill, and then like she starts hitting him, and then he whips out his like sword that's his like ceremonial sword that says what station he is, and just kind
Yeah.
of looks at her like like in his French way, and then she's just like and then like runs away. And it doesn't have anything to do with anything, but it just reminded me of what film I watched. So
Did I tell you about the short film I watched called The Breast Tax?
no.
Okay, so there is like some, I guess it's kind of like a county in India. I don't know, like quite grasp their history and of provinces and territories and all that.
Sure.
But I think that's the best like analog. So back in like the through the 1800s, as this just short film about some legend of some woman who helped cause this revolution and what they had the breast tax, which was a tax women had to pay of a certain caste to be able to not have their breasts out. So if they wanted to wear a shirt, they had to pay a tax. Otherwise, they just had to have their breasts out, and like the rich men would all go them and go, "Ha ha ha! You're poor, and I can see your boobs." And then like the legend was this one woman got like so fed up with it and refused to pay the tax, and so they kept harassing her and like being like bad guys. So she just like cut off her breasts and then like
Oh,
stepped out of her little hut and was
so
like, "Are you happy now?"
is this
And
a
then she
true
died.
story?
That part is legend. The breast
Oh,
tax though actually happened, and I think they didn't officially clear it off the books until 1920.
that's like an Indian breast Rosa Parks. I want to know more.
Yeah, yes, yeah. It was a really badly done, low budget short, but it was like a little weird piece of history I'd never
Yeah,
like. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, this is just half made up from like 1,000 years
yeah.
ago. But no, it was like they only officially removed the law in 1920. Like, oh my god. So back to the whip in the body. I watched this 2 years ago, and I actually wrote a review, basically like
Oh,
4-star review, praising the
wow.
atmospherics, and the mood. Although this time I was not so into it as I was 2 years ago. I think it
No,
was a
four
little.
for you is like a lot.
Yeah, I would almost drop a whole star just because it's kind of boring in parts.
Yeah, no, it's very boring. I mean, it
Yeah.
just is. Yeah.
Um.
Did
The
you?
most
Okay, so my first note is there's a blue donut statue shaped butt plug on the table. Did you see
I did
that?
not know the blue donut statue shaped butt plug.
I'm gonna. I like as soon as I saw that, I was hoping I could like quickly scroll through the film again to see it, but I didn't. I didn't get a chance to. Um, and I guess my first real note is like when I was watching this, I was going through like a vampire phase where I saw like 6 or 7 vampire flicks in a row, and like, I
Hmm.
really thought everybody was a vampire at first. I really thought that's what it was
Yeah,
going.
yeah, it does seem like there's something much more sinister than ultimately appears to be going on. Also, like, it's a really dark movie. I even put in
Yeah,
my notes that it seems like Bava is testing how dark he can go before you can't see what's going on in his movie. It's like every scene is lit by like one candle.
yeah.
It's like
I mean, it made it very
ridiculous.
atmospheric for sure.
Yeah, but it almost makes you want to go to sleep. It's like, oh, dim the lights, put on some the like not great music in there too. It's just like,
I actually wrote the music is amazing. I loved it. I
oh,
don't, yeah, okay. So, but I did write as a caveat. But obviously I don't remember the music now. But I wrote that it's what I want to hear if I kill myself. It's like suicide music that makes me
mine
think
was
of something wistful.
mine was sleepy movie music.
Yeah, okay, that kind of goes hand in hand. Remember, okay, there was like a horsey riding scene on the beach, right?
Yes, speaking
Okay.
of that beach,
Oh, okay.
I could
There's
just
two
throw
of
in
us in the
there.
story then, huh?
Well, first, that castle mat is from National Geographic, but that beach was from Eric the Conqueror. It was filming on the
Oh,
same beach,
that's cool.
and we will see that beach again. So Bava
What?
liked going there. He liked that coastline.
So he basically just like filmed films over his vacation time.
I guess so. Yeah, he's just like, oh, I want to go to the beach. I got
Yeah.
kicked out of town for whipping women. Let me go to my beach, my beach castle, and film some movies.
So the first time I ever saw anyone riding a horse on the beach was also in a movie, and I think it was in one of those like Wishmaster 3 movies or just something like that. And it was at this.
Highlander, maybe? Did they ride
Uh,
horses on the beach in Highlander?
no, because the reason I remember this is because it was a naked man from Iran with a gigantic cock riding this horse on the beach, and I saw it at
Oh,
like a friend's house when we were all like, yeah, I used to walk home from school and go to people's houses and then just walk home. And I just remember sitting there and we were just kind of hanging out. And then I saw that and I was like, I think it's time to go home. But that's
yeah.
all. Yeah, that's like it was.
I,
That's all I remember. Them riding a
I,
horse and him being Iranian kind of
and you
funny.
think that's Wishmaster? I don't
Like
think that's
No, like
Wishmaster.
Wishmaster 3, like something like that. You know,
No,
like
that's
something
not
that.
Wishmaster 3, dude. That was like a DTV with like college kids. There's no naked Iranian men. Dude, this kid was totally like
I'm gonna
trying
have
to
to look
like
it up.
feel you out. He like brought you home and like
Well, it
put
was a
on this
girl,
like,
so I don't know. I don't know.
oh,
Maybe I should
oh.
have made a move. Yeah, who knows?
There's an Iranian man waiting in the other room. She's like kind of waiting. She's gonna give
How I
him a
feel
signal
about
like,
this.
yeah, he's down.
So I had left. Like, no, like maybe he's in the closet. He's gonna home and jerk off thinking about it, or think about it
Yeah.
for the next 30 years, apparently.
Maybe you can find her on Facebook and ask her.
I know who she is.
Details.
I don't know if I want to bring it up.
Oh,
Just seems
okay.
like a weird thing. All right, what
Oh,
else do we have?
so
Yeah.
Delia Lavi, the main chick, she was actually she was Israeli and she was a soldier for a while.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was just a fun tidbit. I listened to a bit of the commentary with Tim Lucas because I normally really like him, but like even that was boring. I was like, because I had so few notes from my like first watch through. I was like, let me listen with the commentary. I watched like 30 minutes. I was like, I'm not getting anything from this. This is kind of boring.
I did write that I wish she was a better actress because she sucks at enjoying being whipped. So that's clearly not her fetish. So she
Well,
must
and
have
everyone
like.
was dubbed too, including Christopher Lee.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Although Christopher Lee, according to Tim Lucas on the commentary, there's one note,
Ooh. Okay, never mind.
loves this one. Christopher
Oh,
Lee
really?
loves this one. However, after this, he put it into his contracts whenever he did any kind of foreign film, he would always dub himself. He didn't ever want like someone else
Okay,
doing
yeah.
his voice again.
No, there's
What were you
okay.
gonna say?
There's several parts of the music because it plays like over and over that reminds me of something. And unfortunately, all I wrote is the music is fucking killing me. How familiar it is, but it's like this very specific beat. And I'm actually gonna watch it again to like let you hear a
Oh.
clip of it. And like the last 30 minutes of the movie, all I could think about was the music. I was just like, this is from something. What is this from? I can't think of anything else.
If I had seen it more recently than like 2 years ago for this episode, I might have been able to help you out with that.
So anything else to add for the
Uh,
Bava 15 minute, which I think is our new.
no, no. Like I said, I originally gave this 4 stars for being so into the atmosphere.
Yeah,
And while I still kind of I like it as an experiment for like all the different hues that Bava uses and how dark it goes, and
yeah.
there's some cool ghostly elements, but it is not a 4 out of 5 star movie.
No, no, not enough.
Um,
Not enough happened, or it wasn't like there's no plot going on
right.
that was like intriguing enough for it.
And it's like kind of the beginning of him toying with like the intertwining of sex and violence. As we
Oh,
both seen Bay
sweet.
of Blood, which is a little hint. Bay of Blood
Oh, sweet.
gets really into that too. But that's a few episodes away. I can't wait to rewatch Bay of Blood.
Yeah,
That's
that
my
was fun. We all watched that
favorite
together,
Bava.
didn't we? Or
I think
no?
we watched. I think not together, but like within the same few days, separate from each other. Like we should
Gotcha.
be doing with this, and then we talked about it within days of watching it instead of months.
Well, I give it I guess a tepid thumbs up. Then that's what I would
Oh,
say. It's definitely
and I mean,
watchable.
if you don't like it, you could just pretend that John M. Old directed it. Not Bava, did you see that?
No,
He was credited as John M. Old.
why? In America, I assume.
I think it might have been on the wiki, but I saw it like
Weird.
it's actually in the Italian version, and that we watched.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's a specific reason for it. Under the alias John M. Old, it doesn't say why, but maybe he was afraid of all like. I guess it was kind
other
of
shitty
dicey
movies.
back then to
Yeah.
have this rate. The woman getting whipped and liking it was too much for 1963. But all right, so that was The Whip and the Body,
Yeah.
and we'll be back maybe next month, probably next year with Blood and Black Lace into the proper Jallos now. Oh, well, we've already had like a proto Jallo with the girl who knew too much.
Yeah, I like that. Well,
All
if
right.
we add a lot more sexual whipping to a movie like that, that's gonna make me really happy.
Like, yeah, if this movie was made 10 years later, it would be a completely different thing and probably like still talked about. Or maybe it would have been too late for the sadomasochism.
Yeah.
Maybe like 1969 or 1970.
I feel we
would be
should
too
make a
late.
remake, is what you're trying to get to.
Oh,
I'll crowdfund
just you and
us
me?
some cash. Just
Yeah,
that.
but
Oh,
you
no.
and me whipping each other?
No, gosh. We'd be the directors, of course. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we should still get Israeli soldiers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm down.
I think Gadot.
Well, see, we
Is
can make it
Israeli.
like a meta commentary because the woman will be a Palestinian woman, and the man will be an Israeli soldier, and then it'll be like a meta commentary, and we'll
Oh,
be big
the
and all.
race
Yeah,
and stuff.
it'll be fantastic. Yeah,
Well, Gal Gadot is Israeli.
yeah, she's awesome.
Wonder so maybe she could be in it.
Yeah, she could be the maid
right.
or something.
All right, you find her on Twitter. See if she's willing to be in our remake of The Whip and the Body,
As the
which I think we'll just wait till next Halloween, and we could get those like dollar store has those like fake wallpapers of like spooky houses. We'll just fake wallpaper my house. We could just like we just need a few props in my living room. We could just move it around. And it's
I
like
feel
10 different rooms.
I feel properly. We could ask somebody to use their castle. I think they'll be all right.
Let's see if we can get. We'll film it at Mar-a-Lago.
Are there
It's
castles there?
5 minutes away.
That's
What?
true. Is it a
Mar-a-Lago.
castle? I know
Trump's
what it is.
house.
Yeah,
It's huge.
All right, but I want a castle. Maybe we can CGI the castle.
You can fake it. I'm telling you, the dollar store fake wallpaper. It'll show up fine. We just
All right.
We just gotta light it like a Bava movie so you can't see it.
All right. That's enough,
All right.
Baba.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.